Guys, welcome back to Nikel's Food for the Soul. So again, I'm Sheikah Brown and this is Nikel's Food for the Soul. Tonight is a very special edition tonight. Not only will I be bringing you guys my shrimp and salmon, blackened Cajun shrimp and salmon pasta, but I'll also be doing my first raffle. Yay! I will be announcing a winner. I think because I know I had more than the subscribers who responded. I had at least 9 to 10 new subscribers, but everyone didn't respond with their name. So I'm only going with 6 because that's who told me and that's who the names I know. Again, this raffle will be going on for the next 3 weeks. Whoever gets chosen tonight, of course, they get their prize and they're removed. But it still stands. From the first time I mentioned it, the subscribers from the when I first mentioned up until it's over will be re-entered into the drawing. So I really need you guys to let me know because I don't want nobody to think I'm overlooking them. I only have in the bowl the names of the people who got in contact with me some kind of way via the comment on the video I did earlier to ask you guys to respond, or they knew my Facebook or my Instagram or my email, some kind of way they followed me on other social media, which I strongly suggest you guys please do. But I was able to enter 6 people's name, and I think I had at least 11 new subscribers in a week, but I only have 6 people's name. So don't worry, you will not be forgotten. Just make sure you let me know so you can be entered in the next 2 drawings. The grand prize is huge. You won't want to miss it. Tonight, the grand prize is huge also. I will be doing Cash App. Whoever name I pick, I think I will be doing 2. I will let you guys know at the end of the show. But in the meantime, for tonight's taping, I will be doing again my Cajun blackened salmon and shrimp pasta. Excuse me, I'm going to be focusing tonight. I know you guys used to me showing my beautiful face and just airing it out to you guys. I woke up with this excruciating pain, pinched nerve in my neck, so excuse me if I seem to be a little tense. Y'all know I'm not. So I'll be focusing on the meal. I just still wanted to bring this meal to you guys, although, you know, I'm dealing with it, but that's how much I love you. I got from the farmer's market. I was able to go to my butcher today. I told them to they gave me heads on shrimps. I like to clean and devine the shrimps myself. So I did that myself. I cut the shells off and I cleaned them and make sure they was perfect for you guys. The salmon, I cut them up to smaller pieces because first of all, it's better and that's the way I wanted it. I already peeled the back shell off, as you see. Some people like the shell on, some people like them off. I prefer them off. So, just so you guys know, this recipe is good with the shell on or the shell off. So you can leave the shell on or shell off the salmon. Make sure you have your shrimps clean. Did I say shrimps? Shrimp. So let me get that clear. But I may say shrimps again. Hey, that's what I do. But you know what I mean. So I'm going to start off by showing you guys how to season the shrimp and the salmon. I already have some water boiling for the pasta. Then I will be showing you guys how to make your own homemade Alfredo sauce, Cajun Alfredo sauce. So I'll be bringing this together. I want to tell you guys in advance, because everything else will be focused on the dish, that I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Even though this drawing, I will be mentioning the winner at the end of this taping, you still can subscribe and be entered into the next 2 drawings. So subscribe, like, comment, and share. From here on, it may be focused on the dish. I know you guys are so used to seeing me. But I just want to know I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. And focus on the dish. The recipe being in the description of the exact ingredients. I will be moving a little fast. But the ingredients being in the description. And always reach out to me if you need anything. I'm always here, and I thank you. So let's get started. Again, I already cleaned everything. I like to hit it with a fresh lemon. I always do up so the seeds won't fall in. And I hit it all. And from there, I'm going to do my seasoning. You guys should be used to my seafood seasoning mixture by now. But if not, you can always look on my old videos, or you can look at the exact ingredients below. But a quick recap: garlic powder, onion powder, cayenne pepper, Cajun seasoning, seafood seasoning. Whenever I do seafood, it's seafood seasoning. I always put the extra coat on the top, because why, you guys should know by now, I use the seasoning to excuse me, you guys know the seasoning always get to me, but I always use the seasoning that I put on to coat the bottom. So I'm just going to toss around the shrimp to make sure everything is all nice and coated and succulent and delicious, filled with flavor. Now the salmon, I'm actually going to toss over and season. When you peel off the bat, make sure you're very delicate with it, because you know shrimps have, I mean not shrimp, but salmon has a way of coming apart, as you see a little bit. But I was able to maintain that thing. You got to maintain the food, that you got to let them know you're in control. So, and you want to use, even if you don't like spice, to be honest, Cajun seasoning is really not spicy. But it gives it a good color, and you want to look for that color. So I'm just kind of rub this in. As I tell you guys all the time, marinate your food. If you're cooking for a catering event or a large party, please wear your gloves. Although I wash my hands, but you still want to wear your gloves. It's professional, and that's what you should be doing. But again, most of the time, the videos I bring to you guys, I'm cooking for my family, my husband and my kids, and my father, and I can do this. But if you're cooking for outside of your home, make sure you cook with gloves, please. So I have this nice and seasoned. I'm gonna actually let this sit. It won't be quite long, but if you could let it sit for an hour or two. But I'm gonna let it sit just because I want to marinate the seasoning in the meat for a minute. I'm gonna wash up and I'm gonna go ahead and season the pasta water because it is Cajun salmon and shrimp pasta. So I'm seasoning the pasta water and get it up to a high temperature and wash my hands. And by the time I come back, I'm gonna start the salmon and everything, and then I'm gonna show you guys what follow the instruction on the. I'm using tonight. I'm using I told you guys I got a quick neck, so excuse me if I'm turning kind of like a robot. I love you guys. I'm still doing it in pain. So tonight I'm using a penne pasta. But you can use it in fettuccine. You can use it in angel hair. You can use it in spaghetti pasta. I'm using this type of pasta, but it works in any type of pasta. So I'm gonna wash up my hands, and when I come back, I'm gonna put everything on, and then we will continue from there. Now that I've seasoned the salmon and the shrimp, I'm going to, these are smaller cut salmon. I made it, like I said, I made it to my butcher. So I had him to actually cut it down. I removed the skin, but you can leave it on. I'm going to put it in. I know earlier I said I was going to do grilled salmon and shrimp. I decided to use my cast iron skillet instead. I already have it on like low to medium because you want your cast iron skillet to be sizzling. I'm just going to add a little butter. You're going to hear it sizzling. That's what you want to hear. Because what you want is a good sear. You want a good sear on your salmon. I'm going to add the salmon in first. These are smaller cut, like I said. But I'm going to add the salmon in. And let them cook down. You only want, some people like their salmon well. Some people like them medium well. Me, per se, and I know my husband, and I know my dad, we like our salmon well cooked. So, I'm going to put those in there first. Don't overcook your salmon. Some people like them overcooked, but don't. Cook them on one side for like 3 to 4 minutes. While those are cooking for 3 to 4 minutes, what I'm going to do is start my pasta. I already have some boiling water going, and I already added some salt. You guys probably can't see because salt is clear, but I'm going to add my pasta. Like I said, you guys can use whatever pasta you want, your choice. You use fettuccine, they have angel hair, they have spaghetti. Y'all can see that. Then you have penne, and that's what I'm using. So, you want to add that in some boiling water, as you see. And the salmon is cooking. These are the smaller cut salmon. Those are not the as thick salmon. So it really takes about 2 to 3 minutes on each side to cook, to get a good sear. And you really don't want to move it like I did. You don't want to move it until they're actually seared. And the cast iron skillet is the best way to go. If you was grilling it, you'll probably do it a little longer if you were doing an indoor grill. But we actually searing it from the cast iron skillet. So we're going to let that cook 5 minutes, 3 to 4, 5 minutes tops, depending on the temperature you like. On each side, you're going to let the pasta cook down. You don't want a mushy pasta. We're going to do a homemade, Alfredo sauce, Cajun Alfredo sauce. So you don't want your pasta mushy. You want al dente. And then once we do that, with the cream sauce and everything coming together, it's going to be creamy enough because I love sauce. So we're going to make it creamy. So the salmon been cooking for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're going to let that continue to cook for another minute or so. In the meantime, the shrimps are already over here ready to go in afterwards. So as soon as the salmon comes off, I'm going to throw the shrimps in. So I'm going to flip the salmon. I'm going to see how they're doing. You see how tender they can be, so make sure you're careful when you're flipping. Especially the smaller ones. Look at that. That's the texture you want to see. So you flip the salmon. Be careful. Don't do like I just did. Look at that. That's what you want to see. You want to see a nice caramelized texture of your salmon. So we're flipping the salmon, and I'm going to use something different because the smallest salmon cuts are different. I know people who know me know I always dealt with the bigger salmon, but because it's for a smaller event, I want to make sure the salmon don't break. Although, even if the salmon break, you can use, do like a tossed salmon pasta. That's always good as well. So, I'm going to let it cook on this side. Look at that. Look at that, guys. That's beautiful. That's what you want to see. That's why everybody should own a cast iron skillet. It cooks the best. So I'm going to let this cook on the other side for 3 to 4 minutes. And then when it comes back, I'm going to throw in the shrimps. And the pasta should be halfway done. Cook your pasta to the instruction on the back of the box. I cook mine usually between 10 to 12 minutes. I like mine a little al dente. But follow the instruction on the back of the box. You can never go wrong. And even if you don't cook them all the way through, don't worry. If you want to, you can cook them a little longer in the sauce. If not, cook them all the way through. But cook them as the instruction says on the back of the box. So, this is one salmon. Looking good. You see that? That's the color you want. You don't want to overcook your salmon. It's looking beautiful. So, like I said, I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes more. And when I come back, I'm already going to flip the salmon. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how the salmon should look halfway through. When I come back, the salmon will already be on flip and be pretty much ready to come off. I'm going to put the shrimps on. And the pasta should be halfway done. And then I'm going to show you guys how to go into making the homemade Alfredo sauce. So you don't want to miss it. So I took the salmons off. They've been cooking 3 to 4 minutes on each side. That's the texture you want to see. Okay? So make sure you get a good sear on each side. Just like the scallops that I showed you guys. So now what I'm going to do is add in the shrimp. And you want to hear the sizzle. You want the same sear and the texture on the shrimp. So you add in the shrimp. Don't take long. I still have the pasta getting ready. It's boiling. It should be almost ready to come up by the time the shrimp they're ready to come on. So you just add in the shrimp, depending on, like again, I always say, how many people you're feeding. But it don't matter over here. I can be feeding 2 people, and this is a pound of shrimp. So it depends on how much you like shrimp or seafood. We love it. So so as you see, the shrimp are cooking. The pasta cooking. Like I said, you don't want to overcook. You see, it still have that nice firm texture. You don't want it to be mushy. Do not allow your pasta to be mushy. So I'm cooking this. And shrimp don't take long to cook, just like salmon don't. While that's cooking, I'm going to go just squeeze a little fresh lemon juice. As you guys see, I squeeze up. When you see people who just squeeze, don't, because the seed could fall in. You want to squeeze upside, so the season won't fall in. I mean, for the seed won't fall in. And then just kind of flip them. I want that a little darner, but I had cut it down. Some are ready, so remember the ones you put in first, and then you will know the ones to flip first. So I had cut it down a little bit, because cast iron skillets, if you cook with them, you know they get done fast. So I'm going to let that probably cook like that for another like 2 to 3 minutes. I cut it up to medium high. And once that come aboard, I'm going to I'm going to flip them and do the same on each side. But in the meantime, I think this pasta is pretty much ready. Look at that. It's beautiful. Y'all already know I always burn my hands, so what's the difference? It's good. So I'm going to remove the pasta because it's ready. Keep taking a look at the shrimp. And I'm going to show you guys how to bring it together. Just listen to that nice sound of sizzling. Woo, that pasta's hot. So I need to flip this. Now they're ready to be flipped. They're already starting to form a C shape. I tell you guys, one of the keys to cook shrimp is the C. C stands for cook. O shape stands for overcook. So make sure you cook them at an even temperature where it start forming a C. That means it's cooked fully. Sometimes if you cook it over a high temperature, it'll start forming a C before it's done on both sides. So that's why I had to turn it down so it won't cook well on one side and start telling you guys that it's overcooked or cooked and versus to not being cooked. So I'm gonna let that cook down for 2 to 3 minutes, and when I come back, I'm gonna show you guys how to start making the Cajun, the garlic Cajun blackened Alfredo sauce for this dish. Stay tuned. So I took off all of the shrimps shrimps. Yes, I said shrimps with an S. Shrimp. But anyway, look at the outcome of the shrimp and the salmon. So what I'm going to do now is show you guys how to create the homemade Alfredo sauce. I already have the pasta. Like I said, your choice. You want to leave them al dente. They pretty much ready. But I'm going to keep the same cast iron skillet. I like to use a cover because, you know, cast iron skillets get very hot. I want to use the droppings from the salmon and the shrimp to make sure they all get infused together. I'll marinate it together. Sorry for the noise, but I gotta scrub. You gotta scrub. So once you get that in, you wanna toss in, and this is optional. We love onions, so toss in some very fine diced onions. Once you do that, let them kind of come together. Marinate a little until they become very fine and succulent and sauteed and just delicious. It don't take long, about a minute or two. I'm going to throw in now, I'm going to get that little scoop. I'm going to throw in my fresh minced garlic, as you see. Then I want to, because everybody knows it don't take long for garlic. Then I'm going to throw in, I like fresh scallions, which is a green onion, and a little fresh parsley. Don't take long at all. Just kind of let it blend in well. Once it kind of blended well for at least 1 or 2 minutes. While that's doing that, you want to keep your salmon and shrimp warm. So I'm going to just pop this in the oven. I have it on very low heat, just to keep it warm, because you don't want it to be cold. So as you see, this is pretty coming together very well. That's what you want to see. You want to see that mixture. I was going to do roasted red tomatoes and peppers, but sorry guys, I forgot about them for a minute. While it's doing that, I'm going to add in some white wine. You can do white cooking wine. I got Chardonnay. I'm going to put most of it in here, then I'm going to drink the rest. So you just pour it in. That should be enough. Again, I will have the exact measurement in the description bottom below, so don't worry. So you would kind of let that come together with the flavor. While that's doing that, I'm going to sprinkle in some more fresh lemon juice. If you don't have enough, I brought the other lemon juice out to show you guys. You can just put it in, depending on how much of a citrus taste you want. I'm going to add in my garlic powder. Of course, this is a Cajun meal, so I'm going to add in my Cajun seasoning. And, ooh, I burnt myself. I'm going to add in some onion powder. About 2 teaspoons of each. And then I'm going to stir it in. You'll see the color coming together. You can taste to make sure it's the exact taste you want. I always have my little spoon. I think they're cute. Oh my God, that's good. Woo! Okay. So then I'm going to add in heavy cream. Any name brand that you get. So you add in your heavy cream. And this is your homemade Alfredo sauce. Some people, if they like it thicker, you can add some cornstarch. You can add a little flour, whatever you want to use. I like to let it come together and see the consistency of it. If it's thick enough or thin enough. If it's not thick enough, I add in the flour or the cornstarch. But if it's okay, of course, I leave it out. So you just got to get used to the food you're cooking. So once that comes together, this is a mixture of fresh parmesan and shredded mozzarella. So you add that in. Depending on how cheesy you like it, we like it cheesy. And the cheese will actually help thicken the sauce out. So you just kind of let that marinate together. As you can see, it's getting a little thicker. I like to know what I'm serving. So as I add ingredients, again, I like to taste because you're supposed to always know what your food tastes like before someone else. So I'm going to taste it again just to make sure the seasoning is up to point. It's good. I want it a little spicy. I tell you guys all the time. So I'm going to add just a little spice. And don't forget, it's okay if it's not as seasoned as you want it to be. And that's because your shrimp and salmon, they're already seasoned. And you did season your pasta water with kosher salt. So now, it's been cooking for a minute. As you can see, it's not too thin, not too thick. If you want it thicker, again, you can add flour or cornstarch. But I'm going to toss in the pasta. And it's always good. I could have drained this, which sometimes I do. I left it because sometimes it's good to have a little pasta water in the seasoning because you season it with the salt. I'm going to see how much I can get in here. I cook the whole box. It depends on how many people you're feeding. You don't have to. But I'm going to try to get it all in. And you guys know some always run away from me. So don't worry about it. You see why I say make extra? That one really did get away. But you see why I say make extra pasta sauce? My husband took that one. And he ate it. Shout out to the cameraman, a.k.a. hubby, a.k.a. DX1, Marvelous DX1. I'm gonna get it right. Every time I say that, he look at me like, no. In the meantime, I'm going to add a little more scallions and a little more fresh parsley. And I'm also going to add some Italian seasoning. Just for color, mainly. For flavor also. And for presentation. And you just mix it all together. Also, while that's mixing, guys, keep looking at that. I'm going to add some paprika. Because it is a Cajun dish. That may look like a lot, but it's not. It's not at all. And then you're going to mix this very well. What I wanted to do, and I'll show you guys another time, I would have normally added mushrooms, but my husband don't like mushrooms, and this is what we're eating tonight, so I did not add mushrooms. Wanted to add mushrooms, and we both love spinach, so I would normally add spinach, but I just wanted to show you guys the base pasta before I show you guys how to advance to adding additional ingredients. So as you see, this is the ooey gooey goodness going on here. You guys can take a look, and I'm gonna get all this ooey gooey out of this. It's trying to stay behind. Look at all that cheese trying to stay behind. Not going nowhere. You're going in here. If you want a little more sauce, you can add a little more cream, a little more white wine. To me, this is good sauce, and I'm a sauce person. So you kind of let that go, and I'm going to... People would always tell you, taste your food before you serve it, because you don't know if you need to maybe go down and do a substitute. So I'm gonna grab one. I'm gonna do my dad move. With the pinch nerve and all. That is good. Oh, yes. Woo-wee. So, I'm going to show you guys how to plate and do everything. I'm going to take the salmon and the shrimp out. You guys can focus in on this beauty. And I will show you guys how to plate everything. So we got the shrimp and the salmon out. I also had did my own homemade bread. I'm sorry I didn't show you guys. I'll show you another time. I'm gonna put these in because we're gonna eat these guys tonight without possible. So I'm going to put these guys in so it can be ready when we're ready. In the meantime, you guys can stir in on that shrimp and that salmon. Cast iron skillets, I'm gonna give you a tip. They're very heavy. or I'm weak. One of them. I think both tonight because I can't move my head too much. But stir in that salmon and shrimp. Or you guys can actually come over here and watch me plate this beautiful meal, because you always want to know how to plate your meal. So I'm going to take the pasta, because this is family style tonight. It's family day here. So I'm going to take the pasta. Look at all that sauce. It's so beautiful. It's good, guys. You would not go wrong with this for a romantic two people meal. Look at all the cheese. 2 people meal, or a family style Italian restaurant style, music playing in the background, soft jazz. This is what you get. When you go to an Italian restaurant like Mangiatos or Carrabba's, and you do restaurant style family, this is what you get. So why not learn how to make this at home, where it's more meaningful, pleasant, and enjoyable. And that's the pasta. And then you sit your salmon on top. My husband ate that again. Depending on how many people you're feeding. I did 4 because that's what's in our family. You could do more. That salmon separated. You could do more. And then you just start building your shrimp around the platter. Look at that, guys. That, oh my God. I can't even wait. My hand's shaking. I'm trembling. Napkin's trying to get a part of the action. That's that ooey goo goodness I'm always talking about. So you have that, and of course I always say, first of all, you want to top it off with fresh parmesan and mozzarella. Always. It's nothing better than cheese other than more cheese. You top it off. This is gonna be good. Oh my, I can't wait. Just top it off. The lemon kind of got away from it. Top it off with cheese. And then you add what? Your food grass. So there you go, guys. This is the salmon, Cajun salmon and shrimp Cajun pasta. You cannot go wrong with this for a family night, for a date night, even an individual night. I mean, we got to love on ourselves. We love on ourselves first before we love on anybody else. So there you have it. I know this would be a dish, and I'm cleaning up for you guys. Y'all know I have OCD, so I clean. This would be a dish I know you, your spouse, your significant other, your family, the kids would enjoy. We're going to enjoy this tonight. This is a family style, sexy, sassy, bougie dish that Nikel's Food for the Soul is bringing to you guys tonight on one of the biggest nights. My first raffle. I want to give back because I really enjoy it and support. I enjoy the support, and I am appreciative of the support that everyone have given to me. It motivates me. It pushes me harder. I stand stronger. You guys don't know how much you do for me. Thank you for anybody and everybody who believes in me and stand by me. So other than this beautiful recipe that I brought to you, I just want to eat. But other than this beautiful recipe I brought to you guys, I have the raffle. I have at least 7, 8 new subscribers within the last week, but for some reason only 6 came forward and told me who they are. And YouTube has a way. I'm trying to figure it out, and I will. I can't, if people subscribe back to back or comment, they only show me the last few. So that's why I did the video earlier, trying to get everyone to give me their name or who subscribed, so I won't miss anybody. So I have the names of the ones that did and the ones I remember by seeing, and it was a total of 6, but I know it's more than that who subscribed lately. Don't worry, I won't miss you. If you see this video, you'll be able to let me know who you are, because the people who subscribe from the time I said it up until I'm done with the raffle, you're still entered into the next 2 raffles. Whoever wins tonight will be taken out because you won, but everybody else will remain in for the next raffle. I think the best gift right now is Cash App. So you want to give me your address or anything, just give me your Cash App, and whoever wins, you can message me through my either the comments or through my Yahoo. It's Nikel's Creative Catering, Nikale, apostrophe S, Creative, Creative, Catering, at yahoo.com to give me your Cash App information, and I will get that to you. So I'm excited about that. We're about to pull the raffle right now. And don't forget to always like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button. Still, the raffle is going on for the next 2 weeks. The grand prize is phenomenal. You do not want to miss it. So, I have the names. So, the names I have is Yvette Gordon, Tiffany Haney, Omar Caldwell, Zariah Williams, Keisha Thomas, and I don't know if I named 5 or 6. I can't remember. But we're about to pull and see. So anybody else whose name I didn't mention, if you didn't hear your name, make sure you let me know that you're a new subscriber so you can be entered into the next drawing. So the first one, and I have them all in. I don't know. I'm mixing them up. And the first one I'm putting, let's see. Okay, who? Keisha Thomas. Uh-oh, I broke it. Thank you, Keisha Thomas. I personally don't know you, but you've been very supportive. Um, Please reach out to me because I don't have any information on you, but you just won the raffle. Please see this video, reach out to me, and let me know how I can get your gift to you. I think I'm gonna do 2 tonight because we had a lower count. Because I had more, so I'm able to do 2. So Keisha Thomas, you want this prize, so I will remove you. Let me know how I can reach you. I'm gonna do $1. And let me see who this is. I'm trying. It won't open. Tiffany Haney. You're my second prize winner. So I will reach out to you. You can reach out to me. Like I said, it'll be in form of a cash out. I appreciate the support. Please pass it along. Thank you guys. I love you. We're about to enjoy this delicious, beautiful looking meal. I hope you guys enjoy it too. When you make it, let me know when you make it. Let me know any recipes you want to do. And again, thank you for tuning in to Nikel's Food for the Soul. Until next time, I love you. Bye-bye.